Okay, look. I have a pretty sick looking GPU. It's white, goes with my build, it's pretty big, and it's decent. The only issue is, it's a 2060 Super. Now, I've been trying to get a 3080 for a while now, but if you don't know, I've been living in South America, all the way up here. And prices here are pretty ridiculous. So my only option is, go somewhere where the prices are a bit more decent. But when my only options are a Best Buy or going to a microcenter, which is about 3,000 miles away, there's only one thing to do. We're going to the microcenter. So let's go pack. So the first stop was Miami. Besides looking for PC components, I'm also on vacation, so bear with me. Now the end goal is microcenter, but with it having so few locations across the country, I had to get a bit creative. After going to the beach, getting tanned, and shopping, we ended up at Best Buy. I grew up in Florida in the 90s, so Best Buy is pretty much my favorite store. Besides all the other electronics, you shouldn't be surprised to find out that Best Buy does have a PC component section. How good that section is, though, is up for debate. On the bright side, they do have RAM, SSDs, some motherboards, and even decent CPUs for good value, as well as cases and power supplies, which means they pretty much have you covered on all components. But like with most stores, you'll find, or rather not find, any GPUs up front. Now every Best Buy is different, and some of them do have better sections, but I went to 4 of them and I couldn't find a single graphics card. I did ask around, but there's pretty much always a line when they restock, so grabbing one without prior knowledge is pretty much impossible. It's pretty sad to see all the empty space, but hey, what are you gonna do? At least the Razer section is pretty nice, right? We are leaving empty-handed, but I'm not giving up just yet. We still have 2 places to go, so cue the montage. So, New York. Beautiful city. Has 2 microcenters, yet I still chose to go somewhere else. It's mainly a photography store, but you might know it. It's B&H. So why am I here? Well, I almost made a really expensive financial mistake, but I also love gear, especially camera gear. And when you go inside the store, it's completely filled with technology, and they do have a computer section. From monitors to a very wide selection of CPUs, networking cables, gaming laptops, and even gaming peripherals. But do you want to take a guess on what they don't have? Yep, you guessed it, graphics cards. And trust me, I asked, pretty much begged. Still no GPUs. Even though I couldn't get my hands on a graphics card, I still love this store. It's amazing being completely surrounded by tech, and if I won the lottery, I'd pretty much buy it all. Yet, I had to leave the store and say goodbye. But where do you go when you're desperate for PC components? Microcenter. Pretty much the mecca of PC building. It's absolutely insane. If you're building a PC, do yourself the favor and take the drive to a microcenter. You will not regret it. From any motherboard you want, power supplies from all the brands and wattage, every aisle is a dream. And I know I'm fangirling a bit, it's just really cool. But no graphics cards. And no, don't tell me you would buy a Quadro. All the Nvidia stands are completely empty. However, the AMD stands are practically filled to the brim. The issue is, I just can't commit to AMD. I did find some 1030s and 710s, but it's 2021 and I'm looking for a 3000 series. I did take a look around the store and found some amazing things. All the AIOs I'd ever want and need. I saw a lot of cases, some of which I really wanted to see in person in case I wanted to case swap. And oh boy, I am really a fan of this. Intel CPUs, AMD CPUs, gaming peripherals, you name it. But Nick, you didn't buy a GPU. Why would you upload this video? Well, I wanted to show you guys that even though you have access to many stores across the country, you might not get a graphics card. As you can tell from the microcenter B-roll, every other component is in stock and at a decent price, but GPUs are nowhere to be seen. I went to 3 different microcenters, 2 in New York, 1 in Boston, and still no GPU. They did tell me that in the morning when they restock, you can enter a raffle and you might win yourself a GPU, which you still have to pay though. The really nice microcenter employees did tell me that there was around 60 to 80 people and they only had around 8 cards to give. So you do the math. If you do a complete build with them, and if you pay the extra building fee, they do have some cards in stock which you can use. I'll be waiting a bit more to see if the market changes, but having a 2060 Super, I'll probably just wait for the 4000 series. And I'm back. I went on a short 2-week vacation, but I still wanted to record something. This isn't my usual type of video, but do let me know in the comments if you want to see more like this, or if you even want to see a vlog. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can with video making, and more tech reviews are coming soon, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, would you like to see me go into another tech store, or even build something with microcenter? Leave those comments down below. I'm gonna try and see if I can get rid of the stand, and I'm gonna go edit this video.